A young woman working in a centre for underage refugees has been stabbed to death in western Sweden. With more details, here's Harry Fear.
Swedish police saying that a young refugee was responsible for this horrific incident. And the 22-year-old female was a member of staff. She has now succumbed to her serious wounds. We understand she sustained them in some kind of altercation or brawl that took place at this refugee centre. And it's a small shelter, we understand, set up at the end of last year specifically for unaccompanied minors, those between the ages of 14 and 17 years old. And now this young asylum seeker is in custody. We don't know yet his name or even age or background, but authorities there in Sweden trying to understand if this was a manslaughter case or a motivated murder. They're saying today that that's difficult though, because there is a language barrier with the kid. He doesn't speak Swedish. And police also saying more widely that they're being stretched in general too. A spokesperson saying that they're having to respond to many disturbances in refugee reception centres, taking up sometimes significant resources in a way that they just weren't seeing 6 months ago in the country. And nationally today, announcement also that more than 4,000 additional staff are being called upon to help police forces to deal with this pull on resources. That's how they're categorising and characterising it, since, in their words, so many more refugees have arrived from abroad.
There's also a warning that Stockholm's central train station is overrun by migrant gangs. That's according to a leaked police report in the Swedish media, where one officer claims that underage migrants who are primarily from Morocco are involved in crime and assaults against girls. Sweden was outraged recently when an attack on a woman with 2 children at a metro station was caught on security cameras. The woman confronted the man when he was trying to steal from an elderly woman. The would-be robber then turned on her, striking her face before running back to spit at her. That attack has since been branded Sweden's most hated man. A suspect's been arrested and now faces deportation to Denmark, the country from which he crossed into Sweden. Recent attacks by migrants have reignited the row over Sweden's refugee policy.
A lot of things you can do, but there's a lot of things you can't do. I mean, it's not an excuse because you don't have money or no food. You cannot just go and rob people and do that kind of stuff.
I mean, if you move somewhere, you have to be able to live by their rules, the rules of the country. So, if you're not behaving, you should not be there.
I think that they should respect the Swedish country, the Swedish people, and don't insult and commit violence and crimes on Swedish soil. That's not right.